Hello everyone. We are in a moment of excitement. We all just came back from that big gathering we had in New York with the shluchim of the Rebbe, the entire world. I'm sure everyone watched it online, the beautiful banquet and everything else that came with it. But as we know that everything is a beautiful experience, but we got to take it to the next level and we got to utilize it and bring it out. And as we all know, everything is related to the Parsha of the week. So in this week's Parsha that we're learning, this is where we're learning about what do we do after coming from such a beautiful wellspring, such a beautiful time of receiving all the great blessings, the great lights that we had for the 5 days of that beautiful weekend, and days that we saw the blessings of the Rebbe with us. And this we see it in this week's Parsha. And this week's Parsha we're learning about the third of the patriarchs, Yaakov Avinu, leaving from Beersheba, from his father's home, going to Haran, as we learn in this week's Parsha. And this is the Parsha that we're learning about the third of the patriarchs, that what he was doing, leaving his place, leaving his home and going out to Haran, to a place where Jews don't like to be there. And he went there and to make over there a dwelling place for Hashem, a dwelling place for God, as we get into the details of the story this week. That the entire Jewish family, the 12 tribes, even though not 12, 11 of the 12 were all born there, built over there, raised over there, and that was the place that the entire Jewish community began from. This was the first Shaliach that we saw, the Shaliach Yaakov Avinu, that he left his father's home, he left the tzaddik of the generation, Yitzchak, and he went out to a place called Haran, a place that Lavan lives there. Lavan Arami is called, Lavan the tricker. Not a good place to be in, and in that place, that's not such a good place, that's where you build a Jewish community. But one beautiful lesson we'll learn out from this story. There's many lessons, but one beautiful lesson, and this relates so much in the moments of coming back from such a beautiful experience of being with the entire world of shluchim of the Rebbe of the entire world. And what we're learning this week's Parsha, it says a pasuk about Yaakov Avinu, V'ifrotz ha'ish me'od me'od, if I say the pasuk right. I mean that his wealth grew so much. Me'od me'od. Me'od me'od means a double header of wealth, of richness. Teaches the Rebbe from this a great lesson. And he says, look at Yaakov Avinu, and he should be the role model to us. He leaves his family, leaves everything, and he goes away so far. Yes, it's a great mitzvah to go out there to help everyone. It's a great mitzvah to go out there to be a shaliach. It's a great mitzvah to go and affect. But you always think, what's about me? What's about myself? This week's Parsha with the story with Yaakov Avinu will learn that Yaakov Avinu, not only he affected the place, not only it turned the place to a place of Kedusha that he brought so much good from there, he himself became exceedingly wealthy. He himself became very rich in the physical level, very rich in the spiritual level. Teaches us the Rebbe from this story. When you go out there, you go away from the wellsprings of the tzaddik. Yaakov goes away from the Kedusha of Yitzchak. You think, yes, it's a great mitzvah, it's so important to leave and to go out into the world. But you yourself, you may lose it because you're not close to the Kedusha of Yitzchak Avinu. This Parsha teaches us just the opposite. On the contrary, just because you went away, just because you went out there to help others, to help the world, to make the world a better place to be in, even though it was away from the wellsprings, he himself exceedingly became so rich. He himself grew so much in that time. And this is, the Rebbe says, this is the lesson that we'll learn from this week's Parsha. The lesson we'll learn that when you're sitting there with everyone together in the beautiful moments of being in 770 with the Rebbe, with all the Kedusha coming there, you think after that you gotta leave, you're gonna go on your road, away. You're on your own. You're there to affect others. But what's gonna be with you? You would like to stay better at 770, being with all the greatness, with all the beautiful Kedusha. In this week's Parsha we'll learn now. Yaakov Avinu, by going away from his father, he didn't lose, he gained so much more. And this is what the lesson is for us to learn. And how beautiful it is, it connects to this coming week's Parsha. This coming week we're learning about the great moments of the second Rebbe of Chabad. This is the Mittler Rebbe, we call him, that at the next week, the 10th of Kislev, is the day he went out of prison. So there's a beautiful story with him himself, that he was the first one that he sent away people from himself, from his place, and he told them to go away, to go out to the world. And it's a famous story, the Rebbe mentions it. He sent them away, but they didn't want to go. And he had to really convince them, because why would they want to go away? So much wellsprings of Chassidus, of Torah, being there with them. But as we know the story, when they went away, what he did for them, he would send them everything that he taught, everything that he learned, all the sermons, he sent away to them, and they had it all by his writings. Until today, we have so much writings from those people that he sent to them. What does the Rebbe teach us? Learn from this, when you go away from the place of Kedusha to a place that's not so holy, to go to the effect, you're not going to lose, you're going to gain even more. And this is what he taught the Mittler Rebbe. This is what he taught to his Chassidim. And the Rebbe says this continues in our times too. When you go away, the Rebbe gives you even more. When you go away, you gain even more. And this is to every Jew. The neshama comes down to this world. And when we come down to this world, the neshama feels she may lose. But on the contrary, more you go away from Hashem, Hashem is with you, and it makes you grow even stronger. And this is what I feel should be a great lesson to all of us for this week, for this coming Shabbos, to learn from Yaakov Avinu. Being away from the source of Kedusha, you're not really away. You're even stronger connected. You'll gain even more. More in the physical, more in the spiritual. Have yourself all a good Shabbos. Take the lesson with you. Make sure to affect the world. We're all going to gain a lot from it.